Hello and welcome to Amazons et al. On Trust TV with me, Aisha Umar Yusuf. Our special guest today made news when she created the first herbal medication to be registered by NAFDAC. It was also the first drug to be made in any Nigerian university in a lab. For this spectacular feat, late President Umar Musa Yar'Adua awarded her the honor of the Officer of the Order of the Niger in the year 2008. I'm sure you cannot wait to meet her. So join us after this short break and find out who. Yeah, welcome to Amazons et al. Professor Hadiza.
Thank you so much.
So long before you bagged your national honor of Officer of the Order of the Niger, you were a university don, a PhD holder, a wife, a mother, and an Islamic activist. Can you go down memory lane and tell us a little more about the little Hadiza?
Okay, thank you so much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyil kareem. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. My background starts 1965. I was born in Kofar Mata in Kano City, 1965. And I attended Shahuchi Primary School from 1970 to 1976. From there, I went on to GGC Dala, where I graduated in the year 1981, and then proceeded to SBS, the former SBS, which was in ABU. And then I went to Usman Danfodio University from 1982. I graduated with BSc Botany in 1985. And after my service in 1986, I went to the Ahmad Bello University as a lecturer in 1988. And I've been a lecturer from that time until the year 2018, 30 years. I voluntarily retired from ABU.
3 decades as a lecturer.
3 decades.
Well done. So at what point did you choose to study pharmacognosy? I believe it is the study of medicinal plants.
Medicinal plant.
Do you have any traditional herbalists in the family? Some kind of Erganye ancestor or something like that?
Yeah, anyway, initially my intention was to study medicine.
Yes.
Initially. But along the line, certain factors prompted that I studied botany. So looking at the fact that I studied botany, I still wanted to link with the health sector.
Okay.
So that is how I came back to Faculty of Pharmacy to enroll with my botany background to come to pharmacognosy, which is a study of medicinal plants. So that is how I happened to be in pharmacognosy. And I had my MSc and my PhD all in the same sector in Ahmad Bello University.
Has it been a long-established sector? I heard about pharmacognosy for the first time from you.
Yeah. Actually, pharmacognosy is the first aspect of pharmacy because pharmacy progressed actually from natural products. Yeah. But most people know pharmacology best because pharmacology is something that is most practiced in the hospitals. But actually, pharmacy, the foundation of pharmacy is actually pharmacognosy, but most people do not know it. So almost all faculties of pharmacy, they have pharmacognosy, pharmacology, pharmaceutics, but pharmacognosy is the founding aspect of pharmacy because pharmacy progressed from natural products to the chemical aspect of pharmacy.
See,
yeah.
You gained national acclaim after you got this national award for Hub 25. Yeah. What brought the idea of Hub 25 and why the name?
Yes, actually the story is long, but to cut it short, as I told you, I have been in the Department of Pharmacognosy and Drug Development. And our work there is actually teaching and research. And it happens that along the line, I noticed that most of the researches in my department, in the Faculty of Pharmacy, they are simply researches that are kept. Undergraduate research, postgraduate research, MSc, PhD, personal researches by different lecturers along the line, along the years. But this research is never translated into anything meaningful for Nigerians. And all along the line, I felt very bad about it. Yes. Because here we are in the society, many problems to do with pharmacy and other aspects. But here are our universities. They are not solving our own problem. And if you go to other countries, there is usually a kind of a marriage between universities and industries.
Yes.
But here in Nigeria, there is nothing like that. So it really pained me that my people or our people have problem with drugs.
Yes.
And at the same time, our universities, the researches are just done for you to get a degree.
Yes.
So I was thinking, how do we solve this problem?
Yes.
Especially in the aspect of pharmacy, I noticed that most of the drugs, official drugs that are in the pharmacopoeia, that are standard drugs, they are from medicinal plants. And these medicinal plants are also represented well in our community.
Yes.
And this is how I said, let me start something, however small.
Okay.
And that was the whole reason why I opened the Herbal Point in the year 2007 or 2004. I opened the Herbal Point.
Yes.
The idea was to develop Nigerian medicinal plants, to bring out something, however small, from our own, which will be sustainable, which will be affordable, yes, and which will represent our own.
Yes.
Something that will show that we can do from the researches that we are doing in the faculty,
yes,
or from the knowledge that we have been impacted. And this is really, it's not only in pharmacy. What will Nigerians do in engineering?
Yes.
What will Nigerians do in all the aspects that we are teaching?
Yes.
In pharmacy, we have medical schools in this country. We have pharmacy schools. But we never have a Nigerian drug. We should ask ourselves.
Yes, 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 yes.
It's a challenge. It's a colossal waste that we are graduating students year in, year out, and yet we are buying drugs.
Yes.
We are having a lot of budget in the health sector, yet there is nothing that we can say is Nigerian. And this is the whole reason why I
it's true that Hub 25 was the first drug to be produced in any Nigerian university.
Yeah, Hub 25 was the first,
yes, and
that was the whole reason for my national honors in the year 2008.
Have more drugs been done after that from other Nigerian universities?
I think there are researches, and many have registered maybe other products,
yes,
but it started with Hub 25.
Okay, that's good. So at the time you had your PhD about 2 decades ago, you already had 8 children.
Yeah.
How did you cope with raising children, lecturing your students, and furthering your own education?
Yeah, really it was not easy.
Yes.
But, most things are to do with the mind. I was raised in a family where actually life is a struggle. And life is something that you have to put in something. It means that a person must be able to do something for the community. My father was a mala, and throughout his life, he served the community in terms of knowledge. So we have this tradition that knowledge for service.
This is true.
Yes, knowledge for service. Whatever knowledge you have, it's not something that is meant for you to have a degree or something for you to have a name or a professor or to have a certain thing around you. But that knowledge is a trust.
Yes.
And that trust should be discharged accordingly for you to serve the community, which is completely different from the upbringing, yes, and the way people are now.
Yes.
So I had this. So even when I had my MSc and PhD, I was not satisfied, because I believe that this knowledge should be used to alleviate either a human suffering or to be of use to my people or to my community. And that is why I believe that knowledge is something continuous from cradle to grave.
Yes.
It's not just that when you're a professor. No, it should be something, it should be an attitude that you seek for knowledge from birth to death.
So is this inspiration that kept you? I mean, there are the children come in and they need your time and attention, but you still were able to have them on the one side and then deal with your students and then continue with their studies.
Yes.
This inspiration that, can we say that your father's position as an Islamic scholar is the background to?
Yeah, actually that was the background.
Okay.
And at the same time, at a personal level, frankly, I will say that even the cycle that I happened to be with during my university, because in the university days is a day, these are days that you mingle with so many people in the university. You come along different clubs, different societies. But I was lucky to be in the MSS.
Okay.
And the MSS propel you to be a useful citizen. It propels you also to have an agenda in your life.
Okay.
To be able to do something, not just to the way the girls nowadays think that the only thing you can do is to just appear, either you are just married, or I don't know how to describe, but we have an agenda, and we know we are women, and you must have integrity. You see, you must be knowledgeable. All these are important ingredients of being a good woman. You know, there is a difference between the standards and our thoughts in those days, and the way women have thinking in these days. So I really believe that even having children, it's just something that comes in life. But but the pursuit should continue. Yes. Yeah.
But there is this belief that it's just not easy to cope, you know, when there's...
Certainly it's not easy, because I had 11 children.
I'm interested in this because I know there are many young women out there who would like to juggle this.
Yeah.
And then it's not easy. It's like they would like somebody to provide a template. How do you cope with that? So that's why I was...
It's true. To give you that kind of template, I think one of the first thing is that you should marry the correct person.
Okay.
Yes. If you marry the correct person that has a vision, like your own, that a woman is a human being who should develop herself, who should be also a good player. For us to have a good society, you must have women that have good place, good roles. They should also be role models in the community.
Yes.
So I think I had that advantage apart from my background. Yes, I have a very good husband who believes that he propels me.
Yes.
He never stagnates me.
Okay.
Any project I have, he propels me and encourages me to achieve. So that is one ingredient. Secondly, the woman also must be a hard worker. Yes. And you must have good planning. And you must be indefatigable. There you will be faced with so many factors, many odds, but you should be determined to have the patience and the courage to continue. I think these are some of the things that really our children and women can really take up as.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So I notice you have a very intimidating CV, so many pages of research works and stuff. And then I'm still interested. What part of the day do you dedicate to research? For instance, is it late at night when the kids are all on bed, or is it early in the morning before they wake up? What time of the day do you squeeze for such research works?
Yes, you know, in the academic work, usually when we go into the department, example, we have teaching and we have research. Yes. So usually most of the researches are done during the office hours. Okay. And we work as a team. Sometimes we have individual research, but we work as a team. So I think one of the things is that you must address the home front. So once you address the home front, by the time you come to the department, you will not have a lot of distraction. Okay. So you can be able to do your work smoothly. So by addressing the home front, it means that somebody should make a proper arrangement of how things go in an organized manner in the home. Okay. A woman must have that arrangement. Okay. So this really helped me, and with the support of the husband. Yes. He usually chips in when things are tough or when I cannot. Yes.
Okay. I noticed that some of the researches you undertook were in collaboration with your husband, Professor Idris Bugaji. And during such academic partnerships, I want to know, how easy was it to work with him? I mean, he's there at home as the husband, and then there you are doing researches. How do such partnerships work?
Yeah, you know, the research papers that we wrote jointly, you know, what you saw were research papers.
Yes.
You know, he's in engineering.
Yes.
And I'm also in pharmacognosy.
Yes.
Like one of the papers on fuel.
Yes.
fuel from calories of different plants and energy. So what he does, what his own role there is actually a paper that talks about the energy aspect, because his one of the areas is energy, while my own is a botanical aspect.
Yes.
That means what are the plant species, and these plant species, what are their nature, what is their anatomy. So we usually, when I have my own research, usually he bring out the engineering aspect of that particular plant. So this is how we come to have some collaboration. Apart from that, even we have project students jointly together. Example, one of the students that work on Hub 25, he is working on a pilot plant to produce Hub 25 at large scale. So he was able to construct a pilot plant whereby we can have a kind of pharmaceutical pilot plant for the production of extracts of Hub 25. So my own role is the pharmacy aspect, while his own role is actually on the engineering, because we are talking about pilot plant. That is engineering. Pilot plant for the extractions. So that is an engineering aspect. So that is how we come to have, science has created so many borders across different fields, and you can work jointly on different aspects of research.
It's true.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next question. You and your husband seem to have so much in common. You are both scientists, you were academics and activists. How did you meet?
Okay, really, I met my own husband during my university days. Yes, at that time, he was a lecturer. Yes, so somehow I was a student and he's a lecturer. And during the MSS days, there used to be a committee they called Magako, Marriage Arrangement Committee.
I see.
And that is how somehow somebody gave my name.
I
don't know how it all happened. But alhamdulillah, everything is quite good. Alhamdulillah.
I see. So there's this rumor that after you produced Hub 25 and after the national acclaim, that Pfizer offered you $1 million to buy the patent for Hub 25, which you refused. Is this true, or was it really a rumor?
No, with Pfizer, it's a rumor. But there are other platforms that offered something like that. We had a series of meetings with them. With Professor Ramshah, who is a well-known pharmacist in the global pharmacy industry. And they had some offers for Herbal Point. But that offer, as I told you, I started Herbal Point with the whole intention of developing something for Nigeria. So actually, the offers that they gave us is a kind of a takeaway offer. An offer where at the end of the day, it will be their own product. And it was not really what you wanted. So I declined the offer. Yes, I think all this information, there is a book that I wrote, Innovation in Malaria Control, the story of Hub 25. So these are part of the things that I had included inside that I didn't accept. So,
but the offer included just not just the anti-malaria, but the other products you have in Herbal Point.
At that time, the offer was on Hub 25.
Or Hub 25.
Malaria is really a global issue. So at that time, it was only on the Hub 25, but we declined the offer.
I see. So you seem to have many other packaged herbal remedies for other diseases. Have they all been registered by NAFDAC?
No, the only one that is registered is the Hub 25. Yes, the others are in the process.
But how are people responding to them, the others?
The response is tremendous. It's beyond my own realization. I didn't know that people are really very passionate about natural products until I went into it. Really, now, there are many people that, unless they take our products, they are not taking any other. And it's a whole community of people that we have that only use our own drugs. And they are all natural products that are produced from Nigerian medicinal plants. And it's sustainable. That is the advantage of producing something in Nigeria. It's something produced from our own resources. It's sustainable. It's more affordable to people. And it's something that really can earn us a lot of
foreign exchange,
if not for so many factors from NAFTA.
But are you exporting already?
No.
Okay.
We are not exporting because there is a rule by NAFDAC that all herbal products have an L.
Okay.
And any product with an L cannot be exported.
Okay.
So
what does L mean?
L is a kind of listed.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to really advise at this forum is that Nigeria is being shortchanged by this policy.
Yes.
Because so many natural products are flooding the Nigerian market.
Yes.
Garlic just packaged into Nigeria. Artemisia powder, which is the source of the anti-malarial, just the leaf, dried, packaged, flown to Nigeria, just sold, while we cannot export our own.
Yes.
So I think we have to look. I was in the ministerial committee that was formed to look into the training and export of natural products.
Yes.
One of the recommendations that we made is that those products that are from Nigeria that are known to be good should be encouraged for export.
Exactly.
But up to now, Nigeria is not exporting anything.
How long ago were you in the ministerial committee?
It was a committee that was formed and we made recommendations.
I mean, how long ago was it? Last year, 2 years ago?
It was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We submitted our findings and recommendations, but I'm not sure.
You haven't seen the result yet?
See the result.
Okay. So during a conference on education in northern Nigeria years ago, your husband, Professor Bugaji, advocated the closure of public schools in Nigeria. I mean, private schools in Nigeria. He suggested that if everyone should enroll their children in public schools, the government schools will get the necessary attention they need, and then public education can be saved. He cited the case of public schools in Malaysia to make the point. You are with him in Malaysia for a few hours, for a few years, rather. Yeah. Do you agree with the proposal?
Yeah, I think I agreed with him, even though Professor Bugaji should answer best.
Yes.
But I agreed with the policy because I had always believed that the education that we are operating now is not functional. I had always believed in that. Even though I was in the university for 30 years and I taught in secondary school, I also taught in the Polytechnic.
Yes.
Along the line, based on my own experience, I strongly believe that our educational system is not functional.
Yes.
Why? Because when I mean it's not functional is that it's not solving our own problem.
Yes.
It is not. Because we are neither self-sufficient, nor are we able to do things in our own way.
Yes.
Yes. So I believe that there is a need for complete overhaul of the educational system. Complete overhaul.
Okay.
In teaching, in curriculum, in staffing, in so many aspects of the education. Yes. And the monster that we know in Nigeria is the corruption.
Yes.
Yes. And unless and until everybody comes to the same level, nothing will be solved.
Yeah.
Yes, this is my belief, because the problems we are having in insecurity, it is all based on our poor planning on education. So I believe that, I know it's something very drastic, but sometimes for you to get a result, you need drastic action.
Exactly.
I still believe that we should all come down and put everybody on the same level. Look, all of us that got our education in the beginning, in the past years, we were in public schools, and those schools were doing well. Yes.
So we have many problems bedeviling us here in the north, as well as many other parts of the country, and we regularly have conferences, seminars to address them, but somehow we don't get to see things done. How do you think we can confront our numerous problems apart from the endless talk shops?
The culture of talk shop, I have seen it everywhere.
Okay.
As you have said.
Yes.
And I think we need a complete overhaul of our thinking.
Yes.
Both the leaders and the led. Yes. This is one of the first things. And we all know everybody talk about corruption. Corruption is one thing, but even our attitude and our thinking is a problem. So for us to bring Nigeria back to its real glory or the past glory, I think first we have to master the corruption aspect. The leadership. Leadership is very, very important. And most of the problems that we have is because somebody is not leading us correctly. One. So yes, then the corruption aspect. Then education. If we can overhaul the education and have more attention on skills, rather than we just have degrees. Yes. Make sure that anybody who graduates from a school or from any institution, he has something to offer to the community, a skill.
Exactly.
I think these are some of the few things that I believe that, inshallah, once we do them.
So, unfortunately, you lost 3 of your daughters at different stages of your life. How were you able to handle such tragedies? And what advice would you give to women who lost children to be able to keep their sanity and move forward?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I know that it's not something easy. I lost 3 daughters, 2 of which are adults, even living a granddaughter.
Yes.
But as a Muslim, I had always known that whatever you have is not your own, including your life. We are all from Allah, and we are going back to Allah.
Yes.
So this whole thinking makes you to that whatever circumstances in life that you find yourself, you always return to the same source. So I think the advice I can give to women is that in whatever circumstance, they should be strong enough to go back to the reference point.
Okay. Thank you
we
so
always
much.
have a reference point, that is Allah.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Professor Hadiza. It's been
so
interesting
much.
talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And well done on such an accomplished life. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us on Amazons et al. I'm sure you had a nice time listening to Professor Hadiza Nuhu and her life story and accomplishments. I hope you join us again next week to meet another Amazon. Until then, have a nice week. Bye-bye from me, Aisha Umar Yusuf.